G'day guys, welcome to the Mailbag Big Flemington Review Show with Nicko and Drew, myself. Drew's hosting.
How we doing, boys?
We're good.
Feel fresh after a big 4 days.
I don't feel fresh.
I've had 20 hours sleep the last 2 nights, so I'm feeling okay. I've been a bit sick.
There's not a lot of sleep being had around here.
Yeah.
But life's good. Just looking forward to recovering and seeing where we're at.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to have a week off.
Yeah. Back again on Saturday.
No, Friday.
Friday night, Mooney Valley. Yep. Looking forward to it.
I might go to Bendigo, but I won't be doing Mount Mail.
Yeah.
Just want to have a break from it.
Yeah, and look, 4 days last week, people got what they...
Yeah, and I shouldn't have gone to Collington, to be honest.
for half of it.
Yeah, well, I had Wi-Fi issues again.
Do we want to touch on that real quick, just to start with it, Melbourne Cup Day and everything?
You're running the show, yeah. Drew. Whatever you want to touch on, my man. Unless it's Nicko or I.
No, I would just simply say, just to start with... Fair enough. 130 million on a new grandstand, but they can't even get the internet and Wi-Fi to work correctly on a big day like Melbourne Cup.
I'm happy talking about the Wi-Fi, but I think we should probably talk about all that sort of stuff at the end, so that if we over-race, you can cut it off.
That's fair call.
Because as soon as I've already started to think of things I want to say that you're probably going to say, don't say.
I think for the most part of the carnival, it was decent.
No.
Like, I could get a bet on where I was.
Oaks Day in the grandstand was okay.
If you were comparing it to like Cox Plate Day, where you just couldn't do anything, it was better than that. But there's still work to be done there for sure.
I think they have to realise that people on track want to not just
like
bet.
Well, I think you all need to realise that people who run racing tracks don't give one fuck about on-course wagering, and just accept it.
Yeah. I think they've tried to put in some Wi-Fi, but it's just not been good enough. So
yeah, they're trying.
But also,
they're making steps, but it's still.
I don't rely upon the course's Wi-Fi. Telstra and Optus are still legless. They're all legless. They can't handle the load. Like you weren't able to bet if you're at home half the time because the corporates cucked it on the big day.
Yeah.
God, Batuta Advocate. If you're not following them on Instagram
or Twitter or Facebook.
Brown Cardigan, Vic Bookmaker, and Batuta. The three you got to follow.
Well, and your avocado toast tweets, mate.
No, you don't follow me on Instagram. It's more private.
Oh, okay.
I culled it hard. Went through a big culling.
Oh, I've got one, but I haven't posted on it for about 2 years, so good luck. Let's touch on first day of the carnival, Derby Day. I think we've kind of touched on a lot of this already, so let's just quickly go through on some of the runs that are maybe worth following, because a lot of these horses will continue going. I think, is Jameer going to back up again? I doubt it as well, but that's maybe one for next year's Melbourne Cup. Ring-a-Ding-Ding's definitely backing up this weekend in the Guineas. I'm pretty sure it was.
He's been
backing up.
Pretty fit for a long time, that horse.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong races anyway. We'll touch on that one after.
Yeah, but I'd say it'd be suited at Sandown, that horse.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll be seeing that this weekend. So actually touching on the real one, the Derby Day. Rainier versus Wild Planet.
Wild Planet's been pretty unlucky, every single start this prep.
That was a Mountie Mail bet, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah, 1 unit each way, I think.
I think 1.5 actually.
Pretty unlucky not to get the chocolate. We just missed race 1 on Saturday. Like that's a good size bet for the Mountie Mail. That's what was that, $8?
Oh, it was at least $8. I think it started about 7. So
and on Tuesday, race 1, we had 1 unit each way, something like a good bet again at that first starter for Ollie and Hayes.
It's run second,
just missed and run second again. Fucking like that.
Landed at Saturday.
Honestly, the pressure that I'm under on it gets to you on the big days. Like when you see how many people, that's the most we've ever sent to by a mile. And I found the right horse, I reckon, in the first race 2 days in a row. Yeah, just fucking like
3 days in a row.
It's good to start the day with betting with their money.
Oh yeah, that's where it just kind of takes the pressure off.
Yeah, I love it when like the people who are trusting us to get their information from put in there like 500 to sports bet.
Well, made it sports bet on Tuesday.
Hopefully they put in 600 in a Betfair, but then they all of a sudden they got 2,000 in there.
Yeah,
and they can just they can bet away with winnings for the rest of the day.
Bit of bank, yeah.
Well, we landed on Thursday, which was good, but we barely bet again for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But
I think it's more the information that's crucial. Like, a lot of the punters at home, they'll do their own stuff. They'll do their own form analysis, and then if your opinion backs up, say what I sort of thought from a form point of view, and then you say, oh, it's a stand out from a mounting yard. Well, I'm probably going to double my bet or something like that because it's ticking every box, which is I think is the way that you should probably play mounting yard mail. Yes, you can play it the way that you do, and I'm sure it wins, so I'm sure that's probably not a bad way to do it. But if all the boxes sort of line up for mine, that's when I'm sort of getting even keener.
I think it's very... I say this every time, and especially on the podcast a lot, the edge in the product is in the information about how the horses are parading and how they're going to run off their looks.
Yeah.
There's no edge in... It's winning information. I don't take it very seriously, but the betting information is done very quickly to get the text out on time.
Yeah, exactly. Especially on a big day like that.
Yeah, I'm watching the horses walk for 10 minutes, hopefully. Unless, of course, it's busting a young horse or something that haven't won in months, except for that one at Kyneton that didn't parade. But, I've got 10 minutes to look at them. I can go out the back and look at them on a normal day. Yeah. Whereas then after I look at the information I've got from watching them parade, then I've got to figure out how to bet.
Yeah, and on a big day like Melbourne Cup Day, you can't go from out the back to the front because by the time you get to the mounting yard, it's 4 deep with just random people.
Well, towards for the most of the Flemington Carnival, I walked back writing the text from the yard and the members back around the corner to the betting ring. We have to get really close to be able to look try and see it through the glare on the TV, or get pissed on it rain because you can't get there without getting wet. Intelligent design. Fuck. Then after looking at the odds, I'll then make some decisions.
Yeah, and that's good.
With the betting information, but I've already written the text.
Yeah.
That was a typical way I send them.
Look, just going through the first Saturday card, I think there's not a lot we can touch on apart from maybe Osborne Bulls is a horse that we'll see back in the autumn. That'll have a lot of potential. Well, they may go overseas with it.
I think at one. I doubt they'll go overseas.
They were suggesting that they may take it for the Sheik to see in the Dubai Carnival.
How good's a Sheik going? Just good for racing, isn't it?
For me, it is.
Puts a lot of money in.
Yeah.
Fucking who gives a shit? What? Okay, alright, okay, good. Why is the Sheik treated held in such high regard? God bless this man who probably has 6 wives, 14 slaves, and 16 mistresses, and treats other human beings, whose wealth is obviously come off other people's suffering. But he puts money into horse racing, so good on ya. But Zelko Ranish is not spoken about or not held in the same regard. He has helped pay for a museum and has got 1 wife, I think, a couple of kids, and funds the industry with turnover.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Rebates.
The rebates. The rebates.
The rebates.
Oh, fucking rebates. So if Zelko paid... Yeah, so if he didn't get the rebates,
I think
then they're equal kill.
I think you got to remember that most people
One provides what the racing requires to survive. One has more money than God. One has 1 wife. I don't know how many wives he's got. I'm just saying that. When I was in Dubai last time, I saw one bloke who wasn't a sheik and he was travelling well. He had 3 of them and a slave.
Fair enough. I mean, over there, that's what you can do. It's a different world.
Well, what we can get.
It's good for racing, though, isn't it? Jeez, they're good for racing. They put a lot of money into it.
They do put a lot of money. Look, I'd say with the Jelko group, they don't want to be known like the Sheik does, so I think they won't have any.
Well, with Godolphin,
like
James Cummings, good trainer, you just back their horses.
Yeah, no, I'm not bagging. I'm just tired of the farce of some of the fucking commentary around it.
Oh yeah.
I've got no problem with the Sheik. Good on him. It's
just
impressive.
a battler, mate.
No, he's not a battler. I've got no problem with what he does or anything like that. I think James Cummings is an incredibly good trainer who's only going to get better. And they killed it this spring. Good on them.
Yeah.
Well, I think
it's no coincidence, though, they booked the A-grade jockeys.
Yeah.
The A-grades.
Of course. They pay him the most.
Why wouldn't you want to ride for him? Key with Saturday for mine, or the Derby day, was the horses that backed up and run well. Aristia won, backed up and won again.
Extra Brute.
Prince of Arran backed up into the Melbourne Cup. Ran third. Jameer backed up, run well.
But wasn't the track too firm?
Well,
obviously not. Extra Brute's almost won the bloody McKinnon.
No, but the track was really firm and it was important the 5 mils put on before Tuesday, regardless of what the track manager thought. He was called up.
Well, the way these horses have backed up and run well.
It's quite amazing how many horses have backed up off unsafe firm tracks throughout the spring and run enormously the next start.
Let's be very clear, the rhetoric that is pushed
Chris
around
Moher
this.
ran on Caulfield Cup Day, which was an air-rated track, which was overwatered and a failure. This track was not up to scratch.
Yeah, it was.
Off a soft air-rated track. Then it couldn't handle the Melbourne Cup. But that's got something to do with firm tracks.
It's nothing to do with firm tracks that hurts them.
It's just ludicrous. When you don't know anything else, I suppose you just talk about... Yeah.
Oh, I just saw something that makes me want to throw up.
What?
Kennedy Mile, Peaceful State.
Oh yeah, poor Druzy. He loomed into it, didn't he?
Thought he was going to get there, and then he's just been blocked a little
And
bit.
then what about best of days? Like coming off the dead heat,
What about Chris Leeds?
all the punters at home just would have been.
Lure Main was a massive run for Chris Lees there. What a run.
I reckon
He's flying.
of a lot of the
He's better than Waller at the moment.
Spruik trainers and stuff like that, this is a horse that was running Everest.
Yeah.
Just good trainer.
Just almost wins that's a proper mile race.
Yeah. Look, I would say if I was giving a horse to anyone in New South Wales right now, it'd be Chris Lees. 100%. I've got no issues backing his horses anywhere.
Well, you couldn't give it to Chris because you couldn't trust what he said or what his racing manager said or in regard to the ability the horse had and how much they sold it for.
Chris Waller, yeah. Gotta be.
Chris Waller.
Yeah.
I couldn't trust him.
No.
I think with Kennedy Mile, I think we found.
He's got too much power too.
Way too much. You couldn't run against Winks in the Cox Plate if you wanted to. Kennedy Mile.
We could have the next superstar.
Land of Plenty had this sort of sucked run in the Toorak. He had to do a lot of work to put himself into the race in the Kennedy Mile, which probably found him out late. He sort of was looming at the top of the straight. Still think big run from him. Him in Peaceful State, they'll progress. Best of days, the blinkers on.
Which was that, Land of Plenty?
Yeah.
It's just consistently like savaging lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peaceful State finished better than it though.
Consistently savaging lines, which was the theme of this entire spring carnival from my viewing of cubicles.
Lifeless Ordinary backed up well. What else we got to touch on today? Extra good win in the Derby.
Hartnell was poor.
Hartman probably just.
It's had a great prep though. Like,
Yeah, he was probably over the top, I guess.
Cummings has got him back. Sort of feels like a long time ago, doesn't it?
oh, I can't even remember it.
Old mate Tommy Melbourne.
Sunlight beating Zusane.
Oh, Zusane was
Oh.
a disappointment for mine. I thought it was a poor ride.
Yeah, I
What do you
agree.
think?
Poor ride.
Yeah.
What did
He let
do
it go
wrong?
too long.
He
He
just-
waited till they went on Sunlight before he tried to move out, and I think if he goes,
It was a poor
before,
ride in the last like 500.
Yeah,
He found the A1 spot, but he needed to just like take on.
I know we're cherry picking, but
She was just tougher. That's the way I saw it.
she was a bloody good ride, and bloody good win.
I just was when I was watching the race live. I was just saying, all right, start moving. And that's how J-Mac rides though, which often you'll say like, what a freak.
Yeah.
Like I remember back in, I reckon it was Lean Mean Machine or some horse at Scone or somewhere.
Scone.
I doubt it was Lee Mean Machine.
No.
It beat a Godolphin horse. Scurry knows what I'm talking about. We both backed it.
Just
He
looking at the
sat
section.
behind it the whole way
Yeah.
till like 200. Then he peeled out and went.
Yeah.
But when Sunlight's a good horse, proper filly, been up for a long time.
Well, especially when
tough.
you look at the sectionals, punting form data, they've gone 2.5 lengths faster than class benchmark, so they haven't gone overly hard, right? So they've come home 8.1 above. That probably doesn't, like, if you look at Zusane's profile, where it's come from, they've been running 8-10 lengths faster
Yeah,
than
that's
class
what
benchmark.
I'm saying.
I think he did have to get
a
going
little
a
bit
little bit
earlier.
sooner.
I just thought he rated the horse like probably a bit better than what it was actually going. Like he just.
Yeah.
He would have thought like most was out there, and
I definitely
suppose a
thought
lot
he
of
had
in-play
more under
traders,
him,
like,
yeah.
there was more under him, and there just probably wasn't. So I can't really knock him for that. Sunlight, quick back up again. She was off the 7-day turnaround.
She's like, what a horse.
She's tough.
She SP'd higher in this than she did in the Group 1 the week prior.
Yeah, man, she had no luck. I sort of was against her, but probably got
That's
that
a
all
great.
wrong.
That's a great bit of information, Drew.
which it makes me sick because I didn't
makes
back
me
her.
feel like a fucking idiot. Yeah.
I knew it as well, and I still didn't back her because I just thought the other horses were better, but clearly not.
While she's tipping it to me too.
Oh, that's the sickest, isn't it? Kind of like that thing in the first at Geelong on Cup Day.
I didn't listen to that. What was it? Did it win?
Oh, yeah, it won. Yeah.
Oh, Prince Albie.
Yeah.
Oh, on Geelong Cup Day.
Yeah.
That was Scoop was tipping that while she
Was
just
it?
took all the glory.
Do you want to move on to Cup Day?
Yeah, Cup Day, good day.
Cross counter, winner, beats by Mallow, Prince of Aaron on the back up.
Druzy, like you're a freak at this shit. Like next year, I think whatever you say, I'm gonna lay it all. Well, it's just like you can't keep going. One of these two will win, and then one of them wins. You can't keep doing that. There's $17 chances. And
The
$10.
best part was my top four, Marmello and Cross Counter, were in there as well.
I know,
I'd say
it's not
Muntaha
gonna-
was gone because of the
track.
but if you watched its overhead, it was pinballing off them. Same with it. Okay, anyone who's back to Yucatan, probably been a bit luckless in terms of the run it's had, but I still think it wasn't there to win.
Well, like the way the race was run, like
It was soft in betting.
he was a query at 32.
No, it's hard late, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
hard
they really
late,
backed
real
him
hard
late.
late. Yeah, sorry.
He was a query at 3200, and the race was run.
13.6 lengths faster than Class
Like
B
it
first
just
600.
found him
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It just brought out like the better horses and probably the better stayers.
Jeez, I thought Finch was going to piss in on the turn. So did Zach Burton, I reckon.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling too great.
He was just like,
This is some win by the winner though. Like
The sectionals.
run home in some of the quickest closing sectionals of the day. At the end
It was the quickest final 200 of the day.
at the end of 3200 when the trainer had doubts at him sort of running the trip. I heard that sort of after the race, but like this horse was just too good for him. It probably covered the most ground in the run, came the widest.
It was
Marmello
sick.
caged by Huey,
Yeah.
run back along the fence. Like you probably couldn't get a near better ride in the straight. Like sort of any other Melbourne Cups, he probably wins
Oh,
on a race like that.
Definitely.
Saved all the ground, cross counter covered it all, and still runs past the beat. You'd be feeling pretty sick if you were Huey.
you wouldn't be feeling as sick as I was 100 metres into the race when Best Solution has missed the start by 6 lengths.
Yeah,
And my ticket's
he
confetti.
probably lost his chance. Ross should probably
He's ran
try
8th
well.
from an unwinnable position.
Young Star's just proving that she's a consistent sort of stayer. She's probably the best stayer we have in Australia off the way she's
I'll back
run
to her again.
Caulfield Cup in Melbourne.
You'd be backing her in the autumn anywhere she goes.
I just think
they won't take on Winks, so whatever race Winks potentially is heading to, you go the other way, and
I
you back
think
her in
she'd go
futures.
I think you
BMW.
need to like have a. I need to watch the replays a few times. How do you reckon she's best ridden?
I think she's best ridden cold.
'Cause
You
she-
got to remember they've
she
gone
landed
way too
real-
fast
She
there.
landed real positive here.
Best ridden Willow off.
Yeah, 3,200. Yeah, but 3,200 first time realistically, right? Like this was a test for her.
Yeah,
They've
that's what he
gone
did. He
absolutely
just
hard.
rode her to run the trip.
Yeah.
No, I thought he's further forward than I anticipated.
Really?
Yeah, to be fair, yeah,
It was fucking
he's sitting
10th or something
midfield.
in the
Yeah,
run.
he's sitting midfield. Yeah, whereas it normally does sit out the back.
I thought like it and Cross Counter would sort of be like right near each other in the run.
I thought Cross Counter would be forward, but to McAvoy's credit, he's seen the pace early. He said, "No, I'm snicking."
How like Fickle's racing though and punting like.
What?
My Mallow could have won by like 4 lengths
Yeah.
if Cliffs of Moa took out.
Oh yeah,
Like,
and
it's
it was
so
that
close
close. Yeah.
Yeah, like just fucking.
Yeah,
That would've been
like,
sick, 'cause
Villiers
I didn't
just
want
got
that.
Taken straight.
Yeah,
out
but
of
then
the
like
race.
say we're on the show and I've launched across counter and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I saw a parade. I saw it run down the straight. It was fucking travelling. It would have won.
Yeah.
You'd go, shut the fuck up.
Of course you would.
bullshit
Like if you said that
Like,
with Avilius,
that's
if you told
racing.
us Avilius was going to smash them.
No, I would never have said that because Glenn
No.
was riding it.
Quick one.
King of the Snick.
Now lost where I was going with it.
Good on Glenn Schofield though. Like, the way he rode Kementari there at Moonee Valley. Fuck me.
Magic Circle, that was the most false cash I've ever seen for a horse.
Nah, there's too much cash for it to be false, Drew.
It was not settled in at Werribee. It was way behind in its prep.
Someone thought it was flying.
Well,
There's
clearly,
a lot of money for it.
Me.
yeah,
I backed it.
clearly it wasn't because it's run like a busted. I'll say it once again. I said this on the previous show. You go look at its form. It's gone from a listed horse to a group horse somehow. It's gone from by changing stables. It's then had 6 months off after 2 good runs. There's so much query on that to like the horse. I know with Cross
I don't think
Counter.
you'd be too hard on it. Like he did pull up a think it had an internal bleed.
Oh yeah, but
Well, you know what might happen, Drew? Remember how the camera used to get real hot?
yeah,
That might happen today.
yeah, we can stop it halfway if it does. Shouldn't be an issue.
Just saying.
Alright, Oaks Day. Oh, what did we do? Melbourne Cup. MYM.
Oh, wasn't it fat?
Yeah, so
Pudakawa won.
yeah, So-
Pudakawa and teleplay.
yeah. So Derby Day lost 1 unit, Cup Day up 12.5 units. So
Jeez.
absolutely smashed it on the day.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't like this obsession about the units.
Of course
The
not.
information's
Yeah,
a valuable
yeah,
piece of the puzzle.
That's what we were talking about before.
Of course, but I think we have to realise there are people who solely were just getting it for the week as well, because they're that type of punter. That's why we had the biggest numbers ever, and we delivered on the week. The carnival was plus 21 units.
Also, just for those who regularly watch the show and want to laugh, Walshy gently backed teleplay because it's a horse I always sort of talk about. If we're talking. I really like the horse a lot. His old man, who's been bookmaking for 50 years, he listened to me. He backed it.
Oh, there we go.
Druzy, who knows I love the horse. What did you do, Drew?
I had a small bet on it, but it was half the stake you suggested.
Oh, it makes you just enjoy a little bit more when your mates ignore you.
Well, I got you back on Oaks Day. We'll get to that one.
I didn't back it. I backed first my equals, thought at the top of the straight. I was thinking, how easy is this?
Oh.
I was just bolting, and then it just didn't let down. Probably the firm track.
Yeah. Oh.
No, it was alright.
Yeah. It's like a soft 6. Not that firm.
Alright, anything else?
I think that's it. Cup Day, really Cup Day. There was no real massive standouts.
Oaks Day.
Yeah, let's move on. That was a good day.
I reckon Cool Passion can keep winning too.
You were tipping that hard if it had a better jockey on board
Oh yeah.
on the
but see,
podcast.
because it's at OSL,
Yeah.
and I reckon it's one of the better horses in that sort of grade of horses.
Yeah.
That's what I'm always saying to you. I think because it's at OSL, I got something out of Indian Run, which I didn't do a lot of during the carnival because it's too hard to get on.
Yeah.
But I just loved that setup where Tommy was going to get just sort of dragged into the race.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to kick away, just going to sit there and then keep going.
You talked me out of the horse on the previous pod, so
Yeah,
as
we're
a pod,
talking
I'm
about
like,
it for 13. How do you know you're going to land OSL?
I know. I know
You're
you
likely
can't.
going to land last.
I don't think I would have backed it either way, to be honest.
Zombolina, if she stays in Melbourne over the summer, she could win some races.
Okay. Alright, so that's... Now we're doing Oaks Day. True.
Yep.
I don't have my best for Oaks Day.
2-year-old
Don't know who won.
Stand out in the first from the MYM.
What was this?
This was that gay thing.
Yep.
Ah, yeah, that was a good start to the day.
Vinny Kunka. You
Vinny-
can pronounce
Vinny
it
what?
better than me.
Yeah, Vinny.
What's going on there?
That's because you took your laptop away, mate.
You killed
Oh,
it, mate.
sorry.
You killed Betfair.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it was a on-pace fighting win. Sort of looked like it was not gone top of the straight, but it looked like there was a few others that were going to get to it. Just kept fighting them off.
Oh yeah, I thought Art Collection was going to go right past it, and then Chicago Bull, massive drift.
Oh, I
250
think
out
that's
of
to be
5s.
expected though with a horse like that. It was so you see it a lot with first starters and trials.
Yeah,
Like
and
they,
for that stable, please.
they just drift out late.
Boys.
They always run well at this track though. Like they're always top 3, it seems. When
Horse
they
has got
constantly-
talent. Whether this is the sort of right sort of form line for like a Blue Diamond, it's hard to know yet.
Yeah.
But he's definitely a horse with talent. He'd only be improved from that run. He just didn't. He just sort of just stayed at the one pace, whereas a few others sort of sprinted.
Yeah.
I was sickening by what I did here. I was telling you boys before.
Yeah, guys, you gotta.
I've
commit
never
this,
done it
or
before
I was
in my
gonna just say it
life.
for you anyway.
In my
Watch it with your legs. You're rocking the table a bit, so people will think we're having like a earthquake.
limited years of hunting, I backed the wrong bloody horse. I backed number 7 instead of 9. I've had me good sort of bet at the 7. It's run second, beaten what? Half a length. Yeah.
Why is the Karma Gods never good in that situation?
I just-
Like when.
I've had it. I can't remember what, but I know that I've done the other way.
So I've never done it the other.
I've never done it the other way. I've never done it in general, I don't think.
I have once. It hurts.
Like, not even in play or anything. And this is the first time I've done it, and then it's run second.
What about?
And, like, even when I sent out that tweet, like, straight out of the middle of the bat, Dicko on the first, and then I looked at my account, and I'm like,
Oh.
where's the money? So that as soon as that happened, I'm like, this day's cast.
I was on the train getting away in because I was late for the first, and I've got off and I've seen it come through. I'm like, okay, didn't expect to be having 200 on something in the first.
In the second,
Let's go for it.
Back your pure. It's around
Jump in.
tens.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a good way to start. Like a good way to start. I'll tell you, the bookies knew something that's going on there because I bet it more in cash than I usually do. Again,
Yeah.
Sort of get into that. It was $5.50 the fare, $5.60 the fare. It was a good amount of money there.
The spruik was huge on it.
Yeah, but there's $5 the best you get in the ring. And so I took that as another push,
Okay.
which is after I sent the text.
Was Robbie in the ring?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
It was fives, I think.
He probably declared it to him all.
I don't know. But yeah, I just thought it was really... Some races, the ring was good. Some races, the ring was a disgrace.
In terms of prices.
Yeah, if you want to back roughies, anything above, 20 to 1...
Oh, it's horrible.
You're a stupid human being to bet with a bookmaker in the ring.
Oh,
Or
even
corporate.
corporates, yeah.
Just bet on Betfair.
Betfair's the only place to be if you're trying to get the longer odds. Let's
But
be
like,
honest
you
on
could
that.
have got $500 to $1,000 easily on at $5.50 to $5.60 on Betfair, race 1 Oaks Day, compared to... You couldn't... They don't even have to take that much at $5 in the ring.
Yeah.
They have to take $1,000, I think, on the big day.
To win 1,000
You
or
simply...
2,000, yeah.
You just... Unless you're an enormous freak with a massive bank, you must be betting with Betfair, in my opinion. Milk the shit out of the corpse, 100%.
Yeah.
But then
Get what you can on
Yeah.
with the limited amount they let you on for, and go for it. Race 2, Greg Urell.
Back to second horse.
Yeah.
So that was just
who won this race?
that Nacida Ducci.
Oh, yeah.
Nasuna
Yeah.
Ducci.
Yeah.
I don't think we can follow this race really.
No, I don't think there's a lot to do from this race. I think
Great to Form 1.
yeah. I mean, there's been under a length between the first 3 home. There's not really a lot to follow. Palamatia, I thought, loomed as if it was going to win, and then it's just found nothing. It's just a weak run. I mean, they've gone very slow early, so they've gone 4 lengths slower than class benchmark, which probably hasn't helped its chances, but yeah, I still thought it was...
Ducci got beat at Packard.
Exactly. Like, it's just a weak race.
Race 3, Savicool.
What did this hit him run? It hit like hundreds, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember.
Because I was smashing El Galil in run, right?
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Really?
El Galil or whatever his name
No way
is.
this
was-
hit would hit hundreds.
It did.
It SP's favourite.
It hit hundreds. Because it was... El Galil at the 200 hit $1.10 because he's called it as if it was the winner. So he's gone really early with his call and basically declared this thing home.
These in-play traders just not watch the race. It was
Well,
always going
No,
to
listen to the call.
Yeah, but see, I was in the stands like I can see it coming, so I've taken $4 at the 200. This is one in play race. I've got it right.
All right. Anything else today on this?
Top of the range wasn't a bad run considering its price range. We've actually backed it in the end.
Look,
You can probably go and win races.
Yeah,
don't blush, baby. That race would be no good to follow. That stinks to me. A horse was ridden outside of its pattern. Don't think it was talked about in stewards. Just no shock there.
It's never a good race to follow.
Stinky
ever.
stable. You know, with a big plunge horse. Change of tactics, ridden forward, put in a race. I'll be really cautious of that race moving forward.
Race 5 was the country final. Kachata, this was a bit of a go. He opened like $13. SP
Bit of a go.
460.
A bit of a go, you reckon?
Well, good
probably
go.
the biggest
Is
go
this
of the
that
day.
fucking
Yeah.
Willow and that country kid?
Yep. Alexander Ray.
Jeez.
This is a smart horse. I'd like to see them back up this weekend in the Eclipse Stakes. I reckon he'd run a big race.
I love how you two know all these race names. Is that a stand down?
Yeah, 1800 metre Group 3. I just know all this. I used to play this game called Starters Orders. If any punters at home have ever played it,
What is it?
it's like you're the trainer and you just run all these horses in these races.
Is it in Australia?
Yeah, and you can get like the Australian one. Me and Trav like
Oh,
made,
fucking
the
sick. What's it called? How do I get it though?
Version. It's like-
On what platform?
It's on your laptop.
Yeah, it'd be an old school game, right?
I just used to play it at school all the time.
The sickness is real.
What trainer would you be? Which trainer?
Oh, you could just be like, I was just NJ Noonan, and then just made me a little empire. Just get all the nice colts and get the fillies going, you get the stud going, and then you just train them all up. It's actually a bit of fun if you.
Why aren't Racing.com making a game like this?
No, I don't know. It's
No,
it's
still
still out
fucking
there.
layoff
Kicking.
rate. Racing.com done pretty well, I reckon.
Yeah, but I think the interactive stuff's really good for
It's
it.
still out there kicking.
What they took over and where they're coming from is fucking ancient. I
Oh.
think they're flying. They got a lot of staff.
Oh,
It's
definitely.
a fucking lot of people. But at the same time, you wouldn't know, like, if you took over, I wouldn't know which one I'd... When I say there's a lot of staff, I don't know which one I'd think, nah.
Yeah, they're doing a good
You know
job.
what I mean? Like, they're all good.
Oh, they try and
They're all interesting.
get the best of them, that's for sure.
Yeah, they all got,
Even their South
all got a passion
Australian.
for the game, which is a good thing.
South Australian blokes seem to be carrying a lot of... Seem to be, like, not many people in South Australia, and a lot of people doing Victoria.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because
But that's why they got
have
Adam McGrath over there to try and lead it all, I think.
Yeah, but I'm surprised they don't have two more over there saying two less here.
It's just not that big a racing over
Like
there,
if
I
I,
think.
They
if,
do
if
for
it
the
was our
carnival.
stable, that's how I got this idea in my head. I'm
Yeah.
running the stable. I might send Ashman and James Tursis.
Ashman, you're gone. Sorry, Ashman, you're off.
Zephyrus.
Zephyrus, no, I'd give an opportunity to be full on tipsters, and
Yeah, I think James is underutilised.
that's what I'm trying to say. I'm
Yeah.
trying to promote him.
Yeah, he's really good.
Good
You know-
bloke. He's a really nice guy.
Oh, I've got a story, and just to give him a big ups, right? I emailed Racing Victoria asking about Werribee on a Wednesday, right? Saying, how do I get into Werribee? What are the protocols? Because, I generally wanted to go down and see the international horses. I then tweeted them 3 times as well to say, and also called in 3 times. They said, yeah, it's with someone in the email. It took them 9 business days to reply to me.
True.
But James got back to me on Twitter and said, hey, this is how you do it. After 5 days I'd been tweeting, he saw my tweet and he said, look, this is what you got to do.
He's a good bloke.
Yeah,
He's a really
man,
good
JT.
bloke. So he's
I
got
reckon
back
he
and
will.
helped me there. But how's that information not up on the bloody website or something? It just
Doesn't
annoys
they-
me.
They don't care about you.
Oh,
I don't think about it. Anyway,
Keep
Kachada,
kicking the table. Sorry.
if he can keep on running well, he's a nice horse. Staffy Lucas can win races.
It's a feeling like a two-parter, guys.
Race 6, Thermal Cone.
no, I can go through.
No,
People like it all in
two-parter.
one because they're watching it on like a...
It's going to take 2 years to upload.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sis Pava Rock after we go through Oaks Day, we're doing Sis Pava Rock for a two-parter or one-parter, Drew.
I can get through all the review stuff and then part 2.
Alright,
Yeah.
what are we actually up to? Sorry.
6, Thermal Current
Whew.
on top from the MYM.
So this is the opposite of teleplay for me. Because you've sent this out and said nothing. I've said, holy shit. If this thing's ready to go, DK, we are.
I should have sent units.
3rd up.
Fuck.
I declared Kaepernick as my best of the day. It's got run down. I'm like, holy fuck.
Kaepernick, I think, is in the same boat as Sully and
It's
a few of these others. Like, it's
He
just
is-
not a
he is a
line chaser.
cat.
It's a
It's
fucking
always
good
been a
horse
cat.
that doesn't like chasing the
Yeah.
line. So it wouldn't do it. It wouldn't enjoy being in the members
No.
on a big group
No.
day because that's all about chasing the lines.
I think
But-
I'll have a bit is the horse that continuously is just missed by the market.
Yeah, if they go to Winterbottom, she'll run a big race there.
Yeah.
That stable's often missed by the market in big races. It's great. Like this thing, I took 70s this thing on Betfair before it jumped.
Thermal Current.
Got it to 70s.
I took 34s and then 70s because when it gets out, you just got to have
Yeah, I
enough
know,
go, don't
yeah.
you?
Well,
I think I have a bit should have won.
I had a-
It was unlucky.
I was betting a bit of cash also. Confusing, but it wasn't all mine. You know,
Yeah.
some of it was. Part of it was with my mum.
Yeah.
So like when you're like a roughie, have 25
Absolutely.
each way for me.
Yeah.
So it's her money, but I snipper 100%. So I took 31s each way in the
Yeah.
ring, 25 each way.
Yeah, it
I
was
think
a
I
good
was just
price.
so repulsed that I go upstairs and they rip me off. But again, bookies no good for roughies.
Yeah.
70s. It's like
To be fair though, probably when you bet it was probably similar on Betfair because I can tell you it was 34s when I backed it around the time you've sent it out.
Okay, yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
So it has drifted late for whatever reason, which I don't know because
Yeah, well, by the time I'm sitting down to watch them, you know, it's like fucking a minute to go, 30
Yeah.
seconds till they jump.
Yeah, Thermal Current, I had a small save on him. My play in the race was I'll have a bit, so I was a bit sick.
Oh, that is sick.
yeah,
Unlucky.
I Betfair SP'd that
40 to
as they're
1,
about to
whatever it
jump
was.
because I'm like, if this thing wins,
She tried really well, so I thought she could definitely run well. I don't know if there's a whole lot to touch out of the race.
Nothing to touch on. Move on. Well done.
Race
Good result for the
7,
team.
just a quick one, Fatner. Was it any good in the yard?
I've seen
Fatner?
it better.
Yeah.
Was it in the numbers?
No, it wasn't.
bit of a number anyway, isn't it? Just goes around.
It's not a number. It's
I think
Fat-
it,
no, I
well,
love
it could
Fat
go
Nar.
over to Perth, so that's what I'm thinking about if it's maybe
Oh,
going to
yeah, I
Perth.
think it was not right. Wasn't that a win?
Can't
Yep.
win Perth.
Whoa, can't win. We love it.
race 7.
Oh,
This
talking
would've
about the early Crow Stakes, this one.
This would have been sick for the in-play traders. What did this thing hitting there?
$1.
Which?
Juniper. That thing that kicked clear Johnny Allen.
Did I send out a yen on this? I was
No.
very close to doing it.
I don't think you did, no. This one, yeah.
Might not be a line tracer.
It was full length
Jury's
clear.
out.
I was watching the replay. I think he...
If this horse, though, let me say this. If this horse wasn't by Palantino's mum or dad and wasn't with Weir, it'd SP double the odds it does.
Okay, is it that bad?
Triple the odds. No, it just hasn't
Small
done that much
okay.
on times or shit. But everyone goes, the stable really likes this one.
Yeah.
It's Palantino's half or whatever, or full. So
Okay, I didn't know
everyone
that.
keeps it safe.
It's got talent. Watching the replay, I sort of thought...
Johnny was a bit...
Good
light on it.
good horses don't lose that race in that setup.
He's just young. Like he had the blinkers on for the first time. The other horses come back at him. They better stay out of the 2,300 back to 18 in a fast run race. Like I just thought, and then you look at the replay. Those sort of last few strides, he has the blinkers on, so he wouldn't have even seen the other horse. And then when he sees it, it's not like he's not genuine. He just sort of half shies at it, which costs him the bob.
Okay, I agree.
Anything to
Aristia.
follow? Yeah.
I just want to say, I think this is fan. I lost in the race. I backed Very Elegant at 12s a month ago for the Oaks. I'm disgusted in the way the horse was ridden and the tactics employed by the stable. I think they were wrong and costed any chance of winning the last 2 races. I honestly think this horse would be better suited by changing stables, which everyone's going to block about. But it's a horse that resents the way it's been ridden. If it was like in Gay's stable, or a stable that puts horses on pace, it might settle better. It's resenting. You've just run 2 group races to try and teach it how to a lesson, and failed. They walked here, and because of like Johnny Allen rode a huge carnival, but this is one of the lowest rides you'll ever see on a good horse. You can teach a horse to settle and give it cover, but you got to be able to count to 12 in your head, and go fuck. We're going 4. They went almost 14 second sections here, which is 12 and a half would have been par in this race.
12 and a half. 13. 13 would probably be par, I'd say, realistically. For this race, especially.
Okay.
Because they don't normally run along
so
very
14's
fast.
fucking very, very slow.
Very slow, yeah.
14's like a gallop.
So it's like what they do at so that he needs to this is why he's a good jockey, but he's not an A-grade jockey. Because anyone else, the Group 1 jockeys would go, we're going too slow here, I'm just going to have to let it go. It's impossible for it to catch the horse. Lots of his rides are perfect. I'm not trying to bag him. I'm bagging the stable's too firm on their instructions, I reckon. Because it's just fucking ridiculous.
It was given
it's
no
just
hope.
unbelievable.
Agreed.
I couldn't understand it. I just sat down for 5 minutes after the race trying to understand what they were trying to do.
I had no clue.
But it's fantastic for racing that Elton and Zara won a Group 1. They're an enormous stable. I think they're really some of racing's best people, best trainers.
Very Elegant and Amphitrite will be the 2 best horses out of the race. I think Very Elegant will be the best horse out of the race. They just got to get it right.
She needs another prep. I think that's what it's come back to. I think she was too early,
she's
potentially.
nothing to look at. Like, she is just a little wake in the mounting yard. Like, she'll be all better for the spell.
Good horses go best when they're let run.
Yeah.
Coming back next... I can see what they're trying to do with her, but I just don't know if it's kind of working. I
can't see what they're trying to do with them.
I wouldn't be shocked if they got it to work, because you've seen it with other horses like Humidor and the like that were just mad, and now they're all sweet under Weary. Amphitrite, like the 1,600 metres runs into the 24. I didn't love it, but
the market did. Jesus Christ, the market did. It was fun.
She's run last.
He's pulled it up at the turn because he thought it did something wrong, but
like mine has missed one at Avoca. Like, it's a good story for the Payne family.
Yeah.
But
good on Michelle. What a ride. What a
seriously,
woman. Good for racing.
on to race 10, finish the card.
Well, you're probably
Blue
going to
Roche.
cut all that shit out, Drew, aren't you?
We'll figure it out afterwards. I can cut it in the middle anyway. Race 9, Blue Roche gets the bob from Causeway Girl, who I thought actually got it from us.
Fucking, I would have jumped off the top of the P&O Cruise shit, which is the members' grandstand. If Causeway Girl, which was a plunge winner at fucking Mornington, beat Blue Roche, which I have launched at and launched at and launched at repeatedly.
Yeah.
Got fucking beaten here. I would have jumped. I would have Leonardo DiCaprio off of Titanic and just fucking see you later.
How about your
What about the P&O cruise ship, which is the
God.
grandstand? When it pisses with rain, I was a builder. And when I built houses, what I did was I put fucking gutters on roofs.
Yeah.
So that when all the rain comes off the roof or off a part of like it might be a pergola or something, it doesn't all just piss onto where people sit and stand in front of it. I put gutters on.
That's what you got to do.
And if you have big buildings, you do they're called box gutters. They go to big drains and they piss the water off into a tank, which can then be recycled, which would be another great look for racing, because you don't care about punters, but you care about your image in the public. Imagine the amount of water that they save and they use to water the track. How cool would that be?
No, this is all spitting.
Just piss off. It's unbelievable. Fucking unbelievable.
Wouldn't look good, mate. That's why, obviously.
No, they've just got ugly...
Sales.
No, they've got these like white concrete with dirty plastic.
Oh, really?
It's weird. Heavily siliconed.
Yeah, this is... I back Multaja. She probably should have won the race.
Yeah, biggest...
Voiler was massive, like, blocked runs as well.
Well, like, look past the post, they're both in front.
Yeah.
I blew back Voiler. How do you say that? What was his name?
Valier, I don't know.
Drew?
Valier.
How do you say it, mate?
Valier sounds right from what they were pronouncing it, yeah.
We backed it, and we backed it in the movers, which is a sickening thing of this. I backed Blue Roche last 2 or 3 starts on the movers. One of them was a winner, but then 2 of them was like slaughtered. And then I got off it and backed Voiler off Nicko's trial stuff. But he was right. I probably should have won this race.
Yeah.
Blue Roche.
I think it was in the right spot. It's just not had the luck when it's needed, and
Yeah,
that's what's cost it the race.
I think Kieran probably got a bit lost up the straight again, which he seemed to make a
1200
habit of
wins.
through the carnival, in my opinion. Rode the Melbourne Cup beautifully. We've got a couple of these straight races a little bit wrong.
I tell you, El Nifa by itself on the stand on the rail
Yeah, I've had 3
to be
bets.
beaten 1.6 lengths is actually a really good run.
Backed her
Yeah.
at hundreds, which I thought was
Yeah, I
completely
backed
wrong.
her as well.
Valier, Multaja. Oh, that's punny, isn't it?
Yeah, I had a first 4 in this race, and I included Causeway Girl. Of course, I left Merrill out.
We're going to do the last day.
Yeah, we'll quickly
day.
go straight through the last day, and then we'll get to the
Yeah,
your questions in a second part.
Jesus.
Part 2. I can do part 2.
Yeah, that's
Definitely
what
on
I'm saying,
part 2.
Alright, race 1. Loyalty man wins, beats man. Well,
yeah.
Well done, Nick. Fuck this race off. It's no good. Race 2. This is just repulsive, sickening, disgusting behaviour by Lycurgus. D. Oliver, thirsty for cash. Danny O'Brien, his stable had a little bit of a about it on Saturday. They all ran pretty well.
Yeah.
Not well enough for us. We backed Lycurgus at $50 plus. Unit
60s,
each way.
yeah.
What, half unit each way, I was saying, on the units.
Yeah.
Because of thermal current, like I'm definitely going to send this. Good overs. He hit $1.13 in play, I believe, Drew.
Yeah.
$1.13. So it's shorter odds than Winks to win the race.
Yeah. Oh, it loomed as the winner, and then
Did
it's
fucking
just...
run third.
It's run third, yeah, so we got that place price at least.
Yeah, but didn't even run second, the pieces.
Yeah. Had a model,
it's
had a molecule.
it's probably just not
also,
fit enough. Like, it just hit the front that far out, and then it just...
Yeah,
the
hadn't
wheels
had-
was sort of spinning late. Like, this doesn't have the
Yeah.
platform.
Hadn't had the 2,000 metre run, yeah.
He'll be... you can definitely follow him into, like, the Pakenham Cup.
Oh, yeah.
He'll probably run the Ballarat Cup.
Yeah, so $1.13, right? $1.13.
Top prospect, PR along the rail for Willow. Another good ride by Willow. Etymology slaughtered by William Buick. It probably should have won. Lucky for all. He's like very elegant. He just does too much wrong.
Yeah.
Still, he's got talent. Sort of off
He's a midget.
some of the
He
data.
needs momentum, I reckon, as well, and just didn't get it
He
from
needs
that run.
growth hormones and steroids. He needs to go to Russia or something.
He's got
He's tiny.
He's got Group 1 talent in the making.
We're not
It's just-
recommending anyone use steroids.
Oh, we're allowed to make jokes, aren't we?
Yeah.
Backing was there for Dan and Roman. Don't know if he was suited leading.
I don't
This-
even reckon if they did use drugs, they used growth hormones, do they?
There are different things I'd use
In
if they were
horses.
trying.
I'm just
yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
Lucky for All is like,
It's a tiny horse.
it's like a very, very talented, like 17-year-old kid who's just
Dominating the
skin
VFL.
and bone.
Needs
He
to get
knows
it
he's
on to
going
go
to
to the
get
AFL,
crucified in the big time.
Yeah.
They're going to hurt him.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do to him? Back
Bulk
in
him
the day, steak, eggs, and piss.
Yeah.
And train hard. Then it was protein powders. Now it's inject growth hormone. And what's the other thing that Essendon were into?
Oh, there's I want to say stims, but it's
What was
Peptides.
Essendon? Peptides, yeah.
Yeah.
Peptide it up.
Yeah.
I know they're
Yeah.
taking the arse. I don't know how they do it, but
He's talented. He can definitely, if they get him right, he'll be a very high class horse here. I don't think there's much touch now of the race.
Yeah, let's move on to race 3.
Race 3, this is
Ring-a-ding-ding.
This is a smart horse, ring-a-ding-ding.
Yeah. So, on the review show a couple of weeks ago, I've had as my horse to follow you wanted to lay it, but it's come out at a price I think we both backed it in the end.
I think I'm going to defend Nicko here. I watched the show. I listened to the show.
I said
Because
it's like
it's going to be a $2 shot
I
off
was
that run.
expecting it would be 4
That's what it-
5s.
It's like Blue Roche. You're thinking that's going to come up real short.
Yeah,
It's
I
funny
thought
how
it'd
well
be
these
over
horses
bet.
who hit the line on the firm track, how they've all backed up and run pretty well, isn't it?
Isn't it good?
Oh,
Yeah, I thought he'd be way over bet, and then sort of like he went up 6, didn't he, or 5s, and then they sort of backed him into like 380. It's SP 440. I couldn't believe the SP equal favourite with you on January.
Second in the numbers. Probably should have bet it. I really like Still Invincible as a horse. I really like the horse.
It's just not there. Like he needs another prep.
He's going to be good, I think.
He could just be a little trial star, I reckon.
No, I reckon he's going to be good.
You had that Lloyd Kennywell in your numbers, the Secret Vega, so I've made sure I've had something on it. It looked like it was going to win at the 200, I
I was
thought.
going to keep that up the sleeve. That's for the many mail subscribers. Follow that horse. It's a good horse. I think Secret Vega will prove to be a pretty good horse. I think Still Invincible will prove to be a pretty good horse. I think it can be ridden better. I thought Brick Top was perfect. So that's all it's got. Scottish Rogue was forward. Don't think it'll get it's going to go well, but it wasn't sort of.
They're both back. The first horse and the second horse both backing up in the Sandown Guineas.
Yeah,
next
so
week.
it's going to go well. It's going to go very well.
I'd be happy to back ring a ding. Price dependent. If we got over even money,
Yeah, well,
next
that's
week,
where you got to. You can't tell them everything, man.
like you keep backing him.
I'm not backing Ring a Ding Ding at like $2.50 or less next
No,
week.
agree
But
on
it's
that.
like $4 plus. I'm very interested. If it's in between, that's when I have to whack the
His
whole
like
race.
the sectionals haven't backed it up, but I think that was more the way the race was run. Like the turn of foot that he has.
But if the
Delete.
sectionals suited the on-pace horses, it's even more
Yeah,
impressive
exactly.
to me.
Like that's why I don't think he ran home in like the best.
If
splits
the
of
overall
day.
figure isn't that good, to my mind, that means the run's even more impressive.
Yeah, agree on that.
Yeah, the turn of foot he has, he's a high class horse. He could be like a Group 1 horse.
But again,
in
Still
Australia.
Invincible, wasn't it snicked?
Yeah,
it
they're
was
trying
at the back,
They're
yeah.
trying
like,
to teach us.
Teach us to settle. Well done, guys. Good work. It was snicked and it wasn't suited.
Race 4, half a length between the top 3. Dreamforces beat Widgie Turf and Perest.
Good
Did you back
race.
this?
Yeah, I got something of it, but not much. Is it
Dollar for
numbers,
dollar
wasn't
found
it?
nothing.
Dollar for dollar, fuck, I don't know what to do with it. I don't like these bunch of horses. They're too even and hard to predict.
Yeah, you just look at some of these horses here.
Oh, hey.
As the guy says, I reckon these are just starting to become numbers, these sort of horses.
Couldn't believe Widgie didn't get there, actually.
Yeah, I know, but Mr. Sneaky could have pissed in. Good project, wouldn't surprise if it won. Ullman can win. Dreamforce, ready to win. Dollar for dollar, paraded outstanding.
It always does though.
You know, like, Widgie Turf, outstanding order, can win. Age of 4, I don't know, Parast, that's the best it's ever looked. I've seen it ever look.
Yeah.
Spectroscope's got ability. Torgerson was outstanding. Sosie Bond looked well, walked well, is a psychopath. It reminds me so much of Max Misses, Sosie Bond. I love the way it looks and walks, but I'm scared shitless of it.
Yeah.
And has bitten other horses.
Yeah.
like a couple of times on the piss late and all.
That was an extremely fast run race as well, so I think
all
that's what
credit
suited
to the winner.
Dreamforce. Yeah.
You just let him up.
Yeah.
I had a great result on him. He was my
Well
best
done,
of the
Nicko.
day.
Well done.
I've taken it on, so I've hurt that.
Well, I think Mr. Sneaky for mine, he's got life. I can't back him again.
That's not a horse
I
of
just
mine.
think you're going to lose money though betting in those sort of races, because it could win. You know.
No, he just like everyone finds
No, I
excuses
agree with
for
you. I
him.
agree with your like thinking, but I can fully see the horse
I
pissing
can
in.
see your point, but like everyone finds excuses for him. He runs home in quick sectionals. I'd just be looking to be against him in these sort of similar races. He'll probably go to the paddock, but
Okay,
he's
race
just overrated.
5, Queen Elizabeth Stakes.
Jameer on the back up.
On the back up, right winner, right form, won, well done. Thought Libran was unlucky, paraded really
super
well.
unlucky, yeah.
I thought Sully had every possible. I thought Northwest Passage every possible. I thought Gaelic Chieftain was scarily bad. Is that in Stewart the same?
It's
Probably in the prep.
Thought like during the run, like Ryan Moore, I think's it's a disgusting ride on Libran. If you watch the replay, I haven't watched it. I remember watching it live.
Northwest Passage smashed him.
Jumped huge, settled, dropped his hands first almost. He should have had box seat or one back. How he landed where he landed is just some UK thinking way of riding or something. I don't know, but it's just
Tactics.
poor. In the run, all you want to do is be on Jamar or Gaelic Chieftain. You're getting that soft rails and run.
Gaelic
spot.
Chieftain had thumps.
There you go. And yeah, I couldn't believe where he landed. I don't know if Libran's going to sort of be like a Mr. Sneaky, costly conveyance.
I think Libran will be going to the Sydney Cup next prep, and it'll go very well.
Lee Brown won't win another race.
Oh,
yeah.
oh. So I can't even bet that because it's just a hard one to take you on with a case. So we'll just get on Betfair for the
He'll run
Sydney
well.
Cup.
He just won't win them.
Probably, but I thought he was going to be in that finish
No.
if he didn't get taken out by Northwest Passage.
What odds do you want to give me?
What odds?
You
I
buy
don't
me a
know.
case of beer, anything I want, and you don't want beer, do you?
I'll just take your bet.
I'll buy you like 4 cases of Solo or something.
Sol-
Do people drink Solo still?
Solo's alright.
Next, you'll be on the creamy soda,
Yeah, I'll
mate.
do that. He won't win another race.
We'll try and remember that for when he
I don't remember.
retires.
Don't worry about that.
Secretly, you probably know he's already about to retire or something.
It is like 10, isn't it?
Yeah,
Or
I'm-
9?
He's getting there.
I think he's going to win this week.
Oh, shit, they might back him up.
Yeah, you just got owned.
Nah, it's alright. He won't win.
He's an 8-year-old.
I think Jamet,
He'll be rough another 2 years.
he'll be overrated this time next year.
He'll be set for a Sydney Cup and he'll go very well, and then they'll go Melbourne Cup after that.
I don't think he's that good.
All right, guys, this is dragging right on. Race 6. Matriarch Stakes. Mares.
Canedna in the numbers.
Yeah, in the units. We're
Yeah.
unit. This Johnny
Miss-
Allen, good
Miss
ride.
Siska on the back up.
See, this is where I think Johnny Allen's perfectly suited. When the race just sort of sets up for that patient, strong rider.
Agree on that. Miss Siska was like one of the best backings of the day. They've just smashed this.
I reckon it's just a couple of the syndicates or one that just love the back up and they just go hard when
Yeah.
they see it. Because horses run well off it. I imagine the stats on it would be huge. Horses that back up within a week.
Your tip from the trials.
No, this
this
is-
was your main tip for the day. Lover Lover. Got
I
$7
don't think she
plus the
should
place.
have won, but
Luva,
$9,
Luva.
sorry.
I'll call it Luva, Luva.
Lava.
It's Lover Lover.
No, it's L-U-V.
Everyone calls it lava.
It's Lover Lover. How they pronounce it, yeah.
It's Luva, Luva. If it was Lover, Lover, it would be L-O-V.
Yeah, it's just like saying what in WOT.
Yeah,
you know,
like-
it's just a strange.
It's what?
Yeah.
What, like I say in America. What are you doing here? What are you doing here, boy?
I don't think she should have won, but I think Dwayne could have got her out a bit earlier. She just sort of was held up a little bit. Didn't miss the boat, but like it put her in a bit of a tricky spot. She had every chance though. I took the
We've gone
edge away,
slowly here, so
which is alright.
yeah.
Canedna, I couldn't back She's a Dashing. She doesn't win and she gets herself in bad spots. So she probably she was 750.
My girl Savvy Coop just not suited by a slow tempo.
It's
Just
complete pendulum
cat.
for mine.
Fucking cat.
it pulled all the way. If you go rewatch the replay, it wasn't loving
I think I
the
marked her
tempo.
like 30 to 1. I was real hard against her.
Multiple group winner.
Righto.
In New Zealand.
Anything else?
Sprint
race
Classic,
7.
1200 metres, Santa Lane, too good.
I think it's just a lot of really good horses here, and it race shape dictates the horses that are going to be in the finish. And
Yeah.
Santa Ana Lane is a line chaser.
Suited.
I think Redzel.
Had cover.
I've never seen it. I couldn't. It paraded exactly like it paraded last year, which I think won this race, didn't it?
Yeah.
I had a bit of walling after this race. Like they all looked alright. I fucking backed. I don't know if I backed it, but I was really keen. Santa Ana Lane was the wrong odds in the Everest. I really like the horse.
Yeah.
Back it a lot. I often back it, and then here I haven't. Sort of like, why the fuck? It's perfectly gonna firm track, suited, tick tick. They go quick, tick
Invincible
tick tick.
Star, setting it up.
Yeah, like come on, Jack. Fuck.
I thought Jungle Cat 30s was just a stupid price.
Yeah, here am I.
Well, he's run third, but he's been the first home of horses that didn't have cover.
Was it that? Did it matter that much though?
I think so. The two winners have both had cover.
I think like this is a point though where people need to be. I don't think it's that relevant. We're just talking about because we're sick and we love racing, right? I don't think it's just relevant. But everyone, James Cummings done a super job this spring and going great. I was rapping him just before.
Yeah.
Kementari could be the best colt in Australia, the best horse outside Winx in Australia. He's completely and utterly slaughtered it this prep.
Yeah. And
it's now failed. It'll probably be spelled. And it won't be talked about. Like,
of course it won't. Yeah.
Like, he's doing fantastic, but you can't just. There's a lot of ass kissing goes on in this sport. And it makes the media and the Twitter hard to consume.
I think Kementari needs a strong jockey. Like, he was when Glyn and those like jockeys won on him up in Sydney. Like, he was just probably better than them.
He was bashing horses. Yeah, spot on.
But like in a race like this, like he was a bit unlucky. He got chopped out of a run. But we even.
But how's he get chopped out of a run? Like, when they settled, I thought, fuck, Glenn's on here.
Yeah.
Like, he's found the spot. It was it and something else. I hope it wasn't like the winner. But there's another horse next to Kementari that I thought they're in the spot. Maybe In Her Time.
In Her Time was out near the middle behind
Brave
Jungle
Smash,
Cat.
maybe was Brave Smash. Like, there's two horses that I thought that's where I want to be.
Red Coke Warrior was bolting and he just didn't give much.
I think Regan sort of. I think in this race, a few of them sort of thought, oh, fuck, I'm going to go here.
Yeah.
They kind of like went in like waves.
Like, the Spirit of Valor looked like it was bolting and then it's found nothing.
Yeah. I watched on the chopper shot and the way they were ridden,
Yeah.
I thought the finish was about to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Because they were off. We're going, like, Regan just went.
Yeah.
I think Regan went from like having plenty of horse underneath him to having none in about a stride.
Yeah, well, I was tipped the horse to go no good, it looked no good. And I thought, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I just think Kementari needs direction and a fucking jockey change because it's not suited by this pretty riding that Glenn does. Doesn't suit this horse. He's obviously a competent jockey.
I saw a good tweet out this morning saying US Navy flag is the worst tour of Australia in a long time.
Well, since like one of the cricket teams.
Yeah, it was since one of the cricket teams.
Teams. I thought that was pretty
I
good.
don't think we should be bagging cricket teams. The fucking
Yeah.
Race 8, McKinnon, Trap for Fools.
Dale Stanley's is bowling with a fucking. Thanks, Peck. Bowling with a taped up tennis ball. Fuck.
All I gotta say is thank you, Trap for Fools, because I would look like a dickhead if Latrobe gets up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How tough.
I was thinking, fuck you, Drew, in the run. I tell you, like, all he said to me, I just sort of half penned it.
I had to, from everything that had happened to him.
Really, really good ride, John Allen here.
Oh,
Just the
beautiful.
rate at how he did. I wanted to go home after the race though. I won nothing on the race. I didn't bet on the race. I barely bet at all. I didn't bet at all in this race. I won nothing on the race.
So
I tipped this pretty keenly and heavily on the pre-game show.
On the pre-game pod. I've backed this because you told me on the pre-game pod.
It kind of fucks me up though. Like when I don't do what I said, and the texts roll in and the tweets roll in.
Yeah.
It's like,
Like, I've gone big here on Blair House because I'm just like, nah, it owes me. Which is a stupid mentality.
I was looking at it like during the day.
Oh, there was a stink to Blair House lane.
Yeah.
The drift.
Yeah.
It drifted
well, I backed
horribly.
it 15 minutes ago. And then
Blair
it's
House
just,
has won 3 of its last like 10 starts. It's $2 in like a good group. It's not a good group one. This race is disappointing for
Ben
what
Battle
it is.
would have been $1.50 here at best.
Like everyone was saying.
Ben Battle would have smashed that.
I reckon if Ben Battle was in the race, the Latrobe would have won. Because they would have taken on Trap for Fools gone a little bit quicker. And they would have stopped and the Latrobe would have kept going.
Trap for Fools is just tough. Like, just typical sort of like. Not like a modern day.
Pretty amazing training performance down there. The Magical Waters of Warrnambool though. This time last year, it's like a benchmark 75 horse or something.
Well, especially when you consider
I
it's
just
got
don't think
59,
there's
Latrobe's
not
got
that much
57 and a
between
half. Like, it's actually so poorly weighted against Latrobe when you look at it in raw numbers.
Yeah, but it's also it's SP 550 and beaten now Venice Beach. SP $4.40 favourite and beaten Yogi. You know, it's run 5th to Winx. It's SP $10 and around 2nd to Ventura Storm. Like,
Probably would have gone
One
okay
well,
in a
one
Cox
well,
Plate
led
as
all
well.
way, took sit, didn't fight, led solid, led gallant. Like,
It's just tough.
that's what I was saying in the preview pod. It's like, there's no way I could tip you into Blair House. I think Octobella's had enough. I'm scared of Shillelagh on the back up. I'm scared
He
of
was
Extra
unlucky.
Brute, but I think Trap Fools, unless it's like severely hard unless the rail's off,
Yeah.
it'll be suited.
Yeah.
And I ignored
Trav was pretty keen on it.
Mine
And he
fucking
only backed
was.
it to place.
Oh.
Trap for force.
That's a good trap. Alright, last race, let's do it.
Order of command, tell us about the yard.
Honestly, I thought it paraded like fat nude. No good. I can't stand that one.
I really liked Mr. Moneybags.
If it doesn't continue to improve throughout the prep, I'd say there's something very stinky about this setup. Because I like the horse.
Yeah.
I would have pushed it pretty hard on the preview pod. Paraded so heavy. Thought, nah. I like Serious Suspect. Look at that sickening. Fucking underlined it and circled it.
Oh,
I really
choppy.
wanted to to say like we're launching the chop to finish off.
yeah.
But Esperance was a clear standout from the yard.
Mr. Moneybags really unlucky in the run.
He's a big follow, Mr. Moneybags. He'll win races.
I was like,
forward.
Griffiths in the last,
He's a
kind of
good
like,
horse.
what
He will-
happened first day of the carnival?
He will get a negative jockey change, but I do think Kieran up straight. So he's fucked up again, has he? I haven't watched the replay.
He was unlucky. He didn't really. It
He's
wasn't his
unlucky on
fault.
Vorlais, he's unlucky on this. He,
Yeah, but
he
that-
got the ride on Red Zell probably a bit.
This is a take cover horse. You have to, like, that's what the way they ride it always.
Just wasn't good enough. But
Was it going to win? I'm not sure, but it definitely would have placed if it got the right run.
Alright, anything else?
No, I think that's it. So we'll just
Stop
end
saying
it.
to eat stuff. It's gone
Yeah,
too long.
we'll end this one and then we'll move on.
Want to say
And,
anything else?
no.
Cool.
Well done to all the punters out there that had a win. If you didn't, keep battling.
Spoil them any mail.
Up 21.3 units for the carnival.
Long term though, it's in front too.
370 units long term.
Something.